or he might blow up the Kuzma deal. But we have to have plans for everything. And, you know, I always say, and I've said this to the federal government, hope is not a strategy. A strategy is getting out there, making sure that we focus on our key areas of our economy, no matter right now if it's building out nuclear, cutting regulatory conditions that could take up to, 18 years. We can't wait 18 years. We have to start looking at the red tape and regulations to cut those. We have to continue investing into companies by lowering taxes, making ourselves more competitive around the world, and especially with our friends south of the border. So we're all hands on deck. We're focusing on obviously nuclear, manufacturing, healthcare, skilled trades, along with the Ring of Fire. We have the largest conference in the world coming to Toronto at the beginning of March, and I encourage everyone, if you've never been to a mining conference, it's, I'll tell you, it's spectacular. And I always say when I walk in that room every year, or the convention center, my jaw drops. Just seeing the whole world coming to Toronto and looking at all our critical minerals here in Ontario, that will lead the world. We're going to get shovels in the ground. I was getting pictures of excavators up in Webequie this weekend. Yeah, but you're 100% bang on that. The Supreme Court, it hasn't changed, thankfully. Anything here in Ontario or in Canada, we're still keeping an eye on Section 232, but make no mistake about it, President Trump still has a lot of tools. But I think it's the walls are closing in on President Trump. No matter if you saw him lose the vote and 6 Republicans cross the floor with Congress, then you saw the Supreme Court decision. We'll see how the Senate decision comes up. But I'm going to be on the phone full steam. And later on, I think in a month or so, I'm going to do a U.S. trip with the other governors. Governors are meeting, I believe, in Salt Lake City. Another group of governors, southeastern governors, along with other premiers, will be attending Salt Lake City, but I think that's closer to June. And then there's another meeting with the governors and premiers in South Carolina that will be down representing Ontario, along with other premiers and governors, and then as well as down in Texas. Well, I always say, no deal is better than a bad deal. But I think it's in the best interest of the American people. You're seeing inflation down there because prices are going up just because of these tariffs. And I've always said a tariff on Canada is a tax on the U.S. And I'm going to be spreading that message. Make no mistake about it. My media here is number one, but I have to get that message. I'll be going on with Wolf Blitzer on CNN. I think within the next hour, getting that message out there through CNN and other media outlets. People are listening. Down in the U.S., people are feeling the crunch. They don't see the prices going down with food and other goods. And that all has to come down to, the uncertainty that he's put around the world, but he's put against his number one customer in the world. I always remind him that 9 million Americans wake up every single day to build a product, a widget, or a service for Ontario alone. And they're going to feel the crunch.